Hello everybody, welcome to a quick little push day vlog. This is going to be a shorter video today. I'm outside getting my steps in while I'm recording, so hopefully the background noises aren't too severe and you can hear me relatively clearly. So I've recently been changing my training split around. I was doing 2 pull days, 1 push day, 2 leg days. So push, pull legs, 3 on, 1 off, 2 on, 1 off. But I was finding I just wasn't really able to recover from 2 pull days anymore now that I'm pretty deep in a deficit. It worked okay when I was in a surplus and I was generally pretty recovered for each session, but now, not anymore. I was just like really sore on the 2nd pull day every time. So I swapped over to push, pull legs, off, upper, lower, off. And that means I have 2 opportunities to train these sort of pushing muscles now per week. So I can reduce the volume on that push day because I'm hitting it again in an upper day later on. So gyms in China are fucking expensive, dude. I pay like, geez, $70, $80 a month, 458 RMB for this gym, 24/7 Fitness. It's actually a great gym, but each location kind of has really different equipment. I'm going to the location that's closest to my home. It's a mall called K11, KYL. Really nice mall, just phenomenal. Actually kind of empty, weirdly enough, even though it's like in a really poppin' area called Shoko. But this gym is great for legs. Their upper body equipment leaves a little to be desired. We don't have like a incline barbell bench set up at all, which I probably should have gotten away from anyway. And we don't really have a good machine chest press. Like the Hammer Strength Selectorized chest press is the worst chest press I've ever used. It doesn't converge. You feel it like all in your triceps. There's like barely any actual chest activation. It's terrible. And then the Hammer Strength like plate loaded stuff. Most people like these things a lot. I don't. Maybe just my personal anthropometry, my body shape and dimensions, but like I feel it all entirely in my triceps and delts and barely any feeling in my chest. I don't get any pump. It feels absurdly hard at the lockout, but like kind of hard in the beginning and really easy in the mid-range, which is kind of exactly the opposite of what you want in chest training, right? You kind of want more mid-range loading and less of the lockout loading, which is most of the triceps. So what I'm going to try to do is dumbbell presses and flies. You can see the flies right here as my main 2 chest lifts. Do that twice a week. So on the upper day, we'll be doing flat dumbbells and incline flies. And then on this day, I'll be doing a slight incline dumbbell and a more lower chest focused fly. Everything kind of 6 to 12 reps, 6 total sets each session. And then I'm also doing a shoulder press, which I have not done any sort of overhead pressing for like, I don't know, 7 years, like a really long time. Just never really had it in my routine, never really found it all that useful for the actual delts. But after trying this one out, I think this is actually a pretty good machine for upper chest, like the really high upper chest. Is it really great for delts? No. And I think it's also quite good for triceps because I don't do any sort of overhead tricep extension work anymore. The dumbbell skull crushers are a great lift, but my elbows just weren't really tolerating them well. So I'm only doing just regular push downs and cross-body cable tricep extensions, like each one side unilaterally, you know? And yeah, so you can see on the dumbbell, okay, I'm like way ahead of that already, but on the dumbbell presses today, I was really trying to flare my elbows. You'll notice that I have a lot of bias toward tucking. So as the weights get heavier and harder, and as the set goes on, I'd sort of unconsciously start tucking more. That's because when I was first bench pressing, I benched very powerlifting style because that was kind of like the advice going around on the net. And plus I had a lot of problems with my right proximal bicep, and I found tucking really helpful for preventing that. But I'm trying to undo that. I'm in a cut right now. I'm in a pretty steep deficit, so obviously my pressing strength is just like dog shit. My best ever incline barbell was just recently. I did 105, so 231 pounds, set of 12, paused. Now I'm struggling with a slight incline, 40 kilo dumbbells, also paused for a set of 10. So yeah, my pressing strength during these cuts just gets utterly obliterated, right? You know, when you don't have the glycogen and you get much worse leverages from being lighter, Yeah, it kind of sucks. Anyway, so the routine is slight incline, lower chest fly, shoulder press, delt raises, and then triceps. Didn't film the triceps today. Just, I don't know, I was busy talking to one of my friends in between sets and didn't even think to turn on the camera. So, last we got some posing. Just going through my quarter turns and mandatories. My camera's very askew, sorry about that, but you can still kind of see what's going on and everything. And pretty happy with this. I've been working really hard on making sure my transitions look good and just nailing these mandatories. You know, I'm not probably going to be competing anytime soon. Well, I don't know, maybe. And I just want to make sure that I'm getting a lot of practice with posing in kind of throughout the year. And it's especially nice when you're relatively leaner, like I am here. So the poses kind of look like they will on stage to some degree. And more importantly, your level of mobility is similar to what it would be when you're leaner. Because when you're kind of fat, your mobility goes way down. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say today. Kind of a short one. And just enjoy the rest of the posing. I will talk to all of you later. See you in the next one.